Sorry if that was a bit loud, ladies and gentlemen. I am Magnus Novabugson, and good morning, good evening, or whatever the hell time it is with you there. And this is episode 7 of Retro MasterMindless. And this time, I have the SlamCast special, or the SlamCast special, whatever the one you call it. Very two angry men, ready to get sweaty and do battle to reach the highest parts of the leaderboard. And my first contestant, already in the ring, waiting for his opponent. He has one of the most popular. And he loves to jump in. You see, he loves to jump in before the host has even finished his introduction. With the battle cry of Ninja Biscuits from Bristol, it's Lawn Boys Post 1975, Dave.
Hello. Should have worn a tie.
Oh. Say that again?
I should have worn a tie. I felt a little bit underdressed.
You should have worn a tie, a battle tie, maybe.
I couldn't help myself, mate, because you were talking about the SlamCast. I thought Mike was going to start going, my client. But
yeah. So, how are you feeling this evening? Are you confident that you can pummel your opponent?
See, when I chose my specialist subject on paper, I thought, well, you know, it's one of my favourite systems. I grew up with it. It's, you know, I'm quite comfortable with it. And I don't know, today when I just stopped to think about it, I thought, well, when you've got a software catalogue of 33,000 games, and as many variations as there are, I'm starting to think it was probably the stupidest topic to pick as my specialist.
Well, at least it's something you have picked. It's got its niche, and it's going to be a very popular one. So hopefully you'll do well. But now I'm going to introduce your opponent. He is on his way to the ring. He is a Londoner with a lot of opinion and lots of wide grins. When he's not pointing his camera, he is the nerd of the genius type. Please welcome the Nerdgenious himself, Michael.
Hello. Tiny microphone so you can hear me crisp and clearly, which is great. Yeah, and you know, I am in one of the worst standings ever today because I'm not very well. But I'm lying here in my sexy bed.
Your boudoir.
My boudoir, just
yes.
taking off the console snob there, just basically lapping it up and resting and relaxing. But you know, it's been an okay day. Hopefully the migraine will surpass.
Lovely and relaxed. That's what we need for lots of hard, tricky questions coming your way. So how are you feeling about going against Dave now we finally got him on the show?
Well, Dave is someone that I respect, I love with all my heart, and I call him like my brother from another mother. So he's great. He's probably going to whoop my ass, but we'll see.
And that makes two of us, by the way, with that phrase. But anyway, what we will do now is we will go to the first contestant. We'll start with the usual format, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen the show before, we'll have 15 retro questions for my first guest. Then we'll have 15 for the other and go on to their specialist subjects. After that, they have 2 minutes to answer the questions. And we will start with Dave.
Oh, I'm all pensive.
You have 15 questions in 2 minutes. Are you ready?
Yeah, ish, kind of. Go on then.
Yes, ish, kind of. Okay, your time does start now. How many console generations have there been in total?
9?
No, incorrect. 8, correct. Which Capcom franchise features the characters Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, correct. According to IGN, what is the greatest games console in history?
PlayStation 2?
Incorrect.
Mega Drive?
Incorrect.
SNES?
You can pass.
Pass.
Pass. The core graphics and super graphics are variations of what console?
PC Engine.
PC Engine, correct. In what year was the original Bayonetta released in North America?
2009.
No.
8.
Incorrect. No. Oh,
7.
No.
11.
No, you missed the year. Can you pass? You can pass. You've got a minute left. Pass. What console is attributed as the first entry to the 8th generation console range?
360.
No, the 8th generation console, not the 7th.
Oh, Wii U.
The Wii U, correct. Riko Nagase is a race queen of what racing series?
God knows.
God knows. Pass. Fallout 3 and Skyrim are developed by what game studio?
Bethesda?
Bethesda, correct. What is the first Star Wars game to appear on a home console?
Star Wars Arcade?
No.
On 2600, you know that one.
No. On a home console.
Oh, Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, correct. Which console games originally featured a blue grid on a white background?
Sega.
Sega what?
Master System.
Master System, correct. What is the title of the third core Dizzy platform game? You've got 15 seconds.
Oh, Desert Island was number 2. Fuck. Fantasyland.
Fantasy, no, I can't give you that.
Fantasyland Disney.
No, I can't give you that. 2 seconds.
Magical Land.
No,
I'm a fucking egg.
time is up, but you can answer. Go for it. Last answer. I'll give you one more answer.
Bollocks, I don't know.
You passing on that one. A really good round, though. You've got to question 11 there.
That's not bad.
And got 7 right. Pretty good. Pretty good. What you missed there, according to IGN, what is the greatest games console in history? They think it's the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System.
But I disagree with them, and I would say Mega Drive.
Well, it single-handedly basically refluctuated the gaming market in America, so yes, it did.
Saved the gaming, as they say. You said nearly every year for question 5. The original Bayonetta was released in North America. You said every year but 2010.
I thought it was earlier than that.
Yeah, but you jumped to 111.
That game creeps me out because you think she's hot, then you realise her clothes are made out of her hair.
I think that's really hot.
Ooh. Well, kinky fetishes aside, Rico Nagasa is the race queen for which racing series? Actually, not kinky fetishes aside, we're continuing with that series. Ridge Racer. Nice.
All right.
That's the girl on the cover of Ridge Racer, and I think she was from Rage Racer or something from the first one. And you danced around the Dizzy question. You're mixing up with the third and the fourth game. It's Fantasy World Dizzy.
I was going to say World. But then I thought, no, because I got confused and thought it wasn't fantasy anymore.
But you did really well. A nice, good, strong start. 7 points from Dave. Now we move on to the Nerdgenious with your first round.
Mike, don't get up.
It's all right. He's relaxed. He looks very relaxed. I think he's going to do well. Either that, or he'll fall asleep during the 2 minutes. One or the other. Either way is going to be good.
You know, let's say it only takes 2 minutes to make me fall asleep.
Well, it's 2 minutes starting. When you're ready, give me a nod. Come on, move your head. Now, what classic Psygnosis platformer is getting a 2014 remake on the PS4?
Oh, frig. Psygnosis platformer, pass.
Pass. What was the first Simpsons video game to be released on the NES?
Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Correct. What do the Master System, ColecoVision, ZX Spectrum and Game Gear have in common?
Master System, ColecoVision, ZX Spectrum. They were all released in the same year?
No.
Pass.
Pass. How many games were available in total for the flopped handheld system, the Gamecom?
14?
Oh, no.
Pass.
Pass. What unusual shape were the function buttons of the Atari ST?
Ooh, unusual shape. Were they... Just trying to think.
You can pass. You've got 1 minute remaining.
Circular?
They weren't circular.
Pass.
Passed. What was the original development name for the original Xbox?
Fuck, I know this one. Gamebox?
No.
Pass.
Pass. What are the 5 sports featured in Wii Sports?
Tennis?
Yep.
Golf?
Yep.
Boxing?
Yep.
I know this. Running? No, it wasn't running.
No. 30 seconds remaining.
Oh, crap, need 2 more.
Yeah.
Skipping?
No, stop skipping.
Oh, pass.
Pass. In what year was the PlayStation Vita released in Japan? You've got 10 seconds remaining.
That was 2011.
2011, correct. In what game did Diddy Kong make his debut?
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country, and I'm afraid your time is up. Oh, Michael. Oh, dear. I'm afraid you only got to question 9, and you only got 3 answers right.
But there is one positive we can take from this, Mr. Burham, which is quite possibly that's the cleanest we've ever heard you.
It is, and probably the most relaxed. I was alarmed at some points there. I thought the death of silence were going to creep up on us, but you missed. The first question: What classic Psygnosis platformer is getting a 2012 remake on the PS4? That is Shadow of the Beast.
Oh, I knew that one. Fuck me.
Well, you're in
the Brilliance fucking premiere. I should have known that.
The Master System, ColecoVision, Spectrum, and Game Gear all had the same
processor. Yes, I was just going to say. Yeah, Z80.
They all had the same Z80 processor. That's correct, David. But it wasn't your question.
I know, but
how many games? How many games were available in total for the flopped handheld system? The Gamecom, 20. The unusual shape of the Atari function buttons were diamond shaped, rhombus shaped, on the top line.
Oh yeah.
Very. The original name for the first Xbox was development name was DirectXbox, taken from Microsoft's drawing graphical driver on the PCs.
It's still better than the Xbox.
Oh yeah, it was DirectX. I knew that one. Fuck.
The brain just sometimes doesn't engage, especially when you appear to be on Valium.
It really is. I think I should be on Valium.
And oh mate, probably the only man to forget the 5 sports on Wii Sports. You missed. You said table tennis. You said boxing. You said golf, but you missed bowling.
Like I played that all the time. I even hit my daughter with a Wii remote.
It solved the system.
And baseball. So.
That's because we don't recognise that as a real sport, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just swing.
It will never be cricket, Dave. It will never be cricket.
It's just not cricket.
No, not a cricket at all. So, with Dave going into the lead there after round 1, 7 points to 3, you'd be glad to know, Michael, that you matched Evo Haler's first round of 3 points. So, I'm sure he's absolutely chuffed. But honestly, you both have a lot of work to do to get into the top 6. Dave, if you secure 10 points, you will be in with a shout.
Let's be honest, it's not going to work.
Mike, you'll need pretty much all 15 to get there of your specialist subject. But Dave, we'll go back to you, and this is your specialist subject round.
I would want to change my specialist subject to my top 10 favourite dreams of all time.
Oh, well, see, I don't know them unless you send me them via telepathic.
I'm not TM'd you yet.
Most of them would be fit for children to actually listen to.
I do believe that we have a dream recorder in Red Dwarf, but we've got to find it first. So
it's clogged up with dodgy edits of tongue-tied.
It is indeed. But your specialist subject, anyway, is, of course, the ZX Spectrum.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
So you have 15 questions on the ZX Spectrum, starting now. What was the development name for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum?
The Rainbow?
Nope.
Fuck knows, pass. I didn't know how to develop name.
It wasn't called Fuck Knows Pass. How many new Spectrum games were unveiled in 2012?
13.
No. It's a nice round number.
10.
Nope.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Pass.
Not including clone systems, how many million Spectrum units have been sold?
Oh, 33.
You know.
5.
5, correct. How much RAM did the very first Spectrum model have?
16.
16K. On the Spectrum Plus 2, the tape deck shares. It shares a tape deck with the CPC 464. Is named what? What's it named?
Data something. Oh.
Data what?
Input.
1 minute remaining.
Data device. Data loader. Data input.
Close. Shall we pass?
Data input device.
No.
Pass.
Pass. What colour is the Sinclair logo on all models of the Spectrum Plus? After the Spectrum Plus, it's the Spectrum logo, not the logo. It's not the rainbow logo. Red. Yes, correct. How many keys are on the original ZX Spectrum?
This is shocking.
Name 2 of the 3 primary Spectrum magazines during its reign.
Crash Magazine, Sinclair User.
Yes, correct. What was the launch price of the 48K Spectrum?
£129.
Ooh, close.
119.
No.
118. It's round that mark somewhere. Shit.
Yeah, but you're thinking of the 16K model.
149.
No, you want to pass? It's 10 seconds.
Pass.
Pass. Which Spectrum model featured a built-in floppy disk drive?
+3.
The +3 correct, and your time is up. You got to question 10.
That was absolutely shambolic.
Unfortunately, you didn't get all them questions correct, but you did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right.
Yay!
Can I be all controversial? Right? Do you promise me I could keep that score? I tell you something.
What's that?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, I said the wrong colour and you thought I said red. I didn't. I said grey, but I'm keeping it.
Oh, well, you're very honest. Okay, I'll let you keep that point. I only let it keep you because basically you ended up with 12 points and you're not in the top 6, unfortunately.
Afterwards, that there's too many variations and things about the Spectrum. What was the price, by the way? That one's getting on my nerves.
Well, yes, the 48K Spectrum at launch was 175.
175 quid back then.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got to remember that the Amstrad.
That was cheap. This is the computer that made the computer.
It was cheap.
It was also used basically as a computer that was used for programming. So they saw the niche in the market that was being utilized from it, and basically they hyped the price up. Bigger processing power.
They did indeed. Yep. The development name for the original Spectrum, like its predecessor, the ZX81, it was just known as the ZX81 Color. Or sometimes known as the ZX82 in development.
At one point, it was even known as the ZX81K.
Yes, all the development names, for it.
I think the ZX81 was known as shit. Sorry.
Over 100 games were released for the Spectrum in 2012.
Fucking hell.
So it's still having many games being made for it.
There's a version of Doom on it. Do you know that?
I've seen a Commodore 60 version of Doom, as well. Interesting. On the Spectrum Plus 2, the tape deck it shares with the CPC 464 is named the Data Corder.
Oh, fuck you, Amstrad, giving everything a stupid name. I just would have called it the tape thingy, the tape doohickey.
The tape thingy, that's what Sinclair would have named it.
No, he would have made it into a car.
There are 40 keys on the original ZX Spectrum.
Oh, you think they would have made a nice round number and gone for 48?
And that's it. And that's it. Would you like to hear your remaining questions just for a bit of fun? See if Michael can get them as well.
Go on then.
Go on then. Your remaining questions were, excluding black, how many colours did the Spectrum have on its colour palette?
16?
No, excluding black. 15. In what year did the Sinclair band get sold to Amstrad?
1986.
That is correct. Sinclair Research was founded by whom?
Sir Clive Sinclair.
Sir Clive Sinclair. And here we go into some of the the question you've already referenced to this. What was the name of the electric tri-wheel that Sinclair released?
C5.
The C5. And what speed did the Z80M processor of the Spectrum run at?
3 megahertz.
3.5.
Why didn't I pass quicker? Because I would have gotten a reasonably good score.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, I think people forget to pass the question. They want to answer it so much they forget to ask.
And the very thing is, you say that right, and every one of these I've watched someone else do it. You keep saying to yourself, "Pass, you fucking idiot."
Yeah, because you can always go back to the questions if you get to the end. That's the beauty. So if you don't know straight away, pass on.
Then you ought to look for Simon Pegg, skip to the end.
We will now skip to Michael and go on to his specialist subject. Are you still with us, Michael?
Yes, barely.
It's nice to see. Someone give that man a Red Bull. Wake him up. That's just going to put you to sleep. It's sugar-free. Right, speaking of things that are free, we are going into a Sega-free territory here, because this is Michael's specialist subject, and he has picked Nintendo handhelds.
I said that's what Nintendo don't.
Yes. Let's see how handy it is. Let's see how. Oh, hello. Here we go.
He's awake.
Love a bit of banter. He's woken up, and his hand is on the pulse of the handhelds. So, shall we go? Michael, your 2 minutes starts now. In what year was the Game Boy Advance released?
Game Boy Advance released, I believe it was 2000?
No.
99.
No.
A pass.
What pass? The DS The DS is in the current top 10 of best-selling game systems. And what place does it currently hold?
Number 2, I believe.
2, it does. It does indeed. How many sprites can the Game Boy Color display at once?
Pass.
Pass. What was the last version of the original Game Boy product line?
The Game Boy Color Pocket.
No.
Oh, the Game Boy Pocket.
Nope. You're missing one. Pass. What handheld system was the predecessor to the Game Boy?
The Game & Watch.
Game & Watch, correct. What is the primary difference between the 001 and the 101 models of the Game Boy Advance SP? What does the 101 do that the 101... What does the 101 do that the other one don't? It passed. What is Nintendo's 8th generation handheld console called?
The Nintendo 3DS.
3DS, correct. In what year was the Game Boy line discontinued?
I want to say 1999.
No.
2001.
No, later.
2003.
2003, correct. What is the subtitle to Game Boy exclusive Mario Land 2? The subtitle to the game.
Pass.
Pass. What is the best-selling game on the 3DS? 10 seconds remaining.
Super Mario 3D Land.
No.
Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
Yes, that's correct. Last question, and your time is up. I'm started the question, so I may finish. The Game Boy Advance has a 4/5 megahertz coprocessor to enable the system to do what?
Process 3D polygons.
No, it's something a lot more simple than that. Why would it have an older processor in it?
So it has backwards compatibility.
So it had backward compatibility. That's correct.
Yay!
Well, you did a lot better on your specialist subject round there, Michael. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers correct out of 11.
I love you,
still. Yes, indeed. The ones you missed on the Game Boy Advance was released in 2001, so you nearly said it. Nearly said the right answer there. The Game Boy Color can display 40 sprites at once. The last version of the original Game Boy product line was the Game Boy Micro.
I knew that one. I knew it was either the Mini or the Micro.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that thing even existed.
The little baby bastard.
Yeah, it was basically, it was introduced, I believe, but it wasn't kind of promoted. So it was
not much, no.
Yeah, it was quietly released.
Yeah, interesting unit though. You forgot it.
Gunpei Yokoi always wanted to perfect the device. You know, God rest his soul.
Yes, indeed. The differences between the 001 model and the 101 model of the Game Boy SP. Go on then.
Is it backlight?
It is, yeah. The 101 has got a backlit. Yep.
I thought of that. It was that.
It's the sought after one.
Yeah. I've got the 101 model. My daughter has it.
Everyone wants to know the answer after it's said.
The other one then.
I'm sorry, Dave.
How do they like the screen on the other one then?
It's not the original Game Boy.
It's the same. You have to have the light. You know, like with the normal Game Boy Advance, you've got to have the light open.
Oh, I was confusing it with the SP. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah. It's because Nintendo wanted to be cheap and cheerful, so they always wanted to bring the cost down of their products.
Just like playing that in direct sunlight.
Yeah, it was the same with the Game Boy. Fucking the thing was like carbon basic. It sold well. I was waiting for you to basically ask me what the packing title was.
I'm going to go on to the questions we missed in a minute. The last one.
Come up with a question which answer is pass, so you can give someone a. Should be one of Evo Hailers.
Could be a couple. What do we get with when you buy a season? Anyway.
What do you get in the military when you want some poo-tang?
Thank you. Poo-tang. The Game Boy, the subtitle to the Game Boy exclusive Super Mario Land 2 was 6 golden coins.
That was it.
Yeah. Right, you missed 4 questions. We'll go on to them in the answer. Let's see if Dave can have a bit of fun and answer them as well. What did Nintendo remove from the original DS when it released the DSi?
Game Boy Advance slot?
Basically removed the backwards compatibility.
Yep, they removed. Yeah, you're both right. Yeah, they moved the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot.
Mm-hmm.
How many face buttons are on the 2DS, not including shoulders?
1,
6.
2, 3,
4.
4, 5, 6.
I just want to dance.
6.
8. 8. Yeah.
Are you counting the screens?
I've got a 2DS in my box that I need to fix. It's my son's.
What we got left? Oh, 2 more left here. The common sprite trait of the original Game Boy, which sometimes made games difficult to play.
It was
what happened to?
Flickering?
No, what would happen to the fast-moving sprites on the original Game Boy screen?
The blur.
Blurring or ghosting. And lastly, released in 1996, what was the name of the smaller and lighter Game Boy version? You already said it in a previous answer.
The Game Boy Pocket.
The Game Boy Pocket, indeed. So, Michael, after 2 rounds of very struggled first round, but you did yourself proud in the second round there. You got to 9 points. So I'm afraid the winner of this week's Retro MasterMindless is Lawn Boys Post 1975.
By a point, huh?
Well done, Dave.
By 1 point, though, wasn't it? Yeah, so well done, Mr. Burhan.
Well, yes, you did win only by 3 points, actually.
Oh.
Well,
Dave,
I'll retract that, Mr. Byrne. I was trying to make you feel better.
Michael,
Dave. I knew you were going to whip me, and my mind's not in the right place to do this today, but it's cool. I'm happy. I really enjoyed.
Well, you should be. You should be, Michael. And I tell you why. Because you are not last place in the table. With 9 points, you go above Evo Haler. So I'm sure he's thrilled about that.
Take that, Evo Haler, you bald, sexy bastard.
There you go. So yes, lovely. Trust 2 people to support the whole rest of the table. We can trust them too, because they haven't got hair. And the second person, well, where we are, Dave, in the shot. Well, hey, Dave, you managed to sandwich yourself between Shocks and Woodlin. Hey!
That's a sexy sandwich indeed.
On 12 points there. Unfortunately, neither of you get into the top 6, so we won't be seeing you on a returning show, but thank you so much. You've done fantastic.
Who did I come above? Woodlin or Shocks?
Ooh, you come up. Well, put it this way: the bottom 4 are yourself, Shocks, Michael, and Evo. There we go.
Yay! Look at us. Together we are a united team.
When Carl did the. Sorry, say that again.
We can fight crime.
Yeah.
You can indeed.
Poorly.
We are the bottom 4 Avengers.
So, does my winner, my successor, have anything to close out on? David?
I'm a shameful Spectrum fan, and it won't happen again. I apologise. I'll go and sit in the corner or
did
something.
A perfect round like Shocks did.
And Sexy Biscuits.
So on that note, I thank you for watching this edition of Retro MasterMindless. It's come to a close now. Congratulations to our winner. Well played, both of my contestants. Well done for staying with us, Michael. I think that's the best achievement of this show, I think. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next edition of Retro MasterMindless. Goodbye!
I'm just going to go and die.
So, with episode 7 of Retro MasterMindless out of the way, we see that the bottom half of the table has changed slightly, with Lawn Boys post 1975 and Nerdgenious slotting in there. Evo Haler still rock bottom, however. This does not affect the top half of the table, however. The top 6 remain intact in contention for the semis, with Chris Shank still leading the way. With 1 episode to go, can this change? We'll see you next time on Retro MasterMindless.